everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Saturday today and it is an absolutely gorgeous day here on the West Coast. Easter, happy Easter everyone if you celebrate Easter. I don't know, many people celebrate tomorrow. I know that I'm cooking for my family tomorrow, which is an amazing thing. My brother and his 3 kids, they're not kids anymore, with their families are all coming for Easter dinner. So I guess I'll be up early getting ready for that. But today I'm in my craft room, even though it's a gorgeous day outside. And I want to share with you something from the new catalog that's coming out. The bundle is called Gallery Blooms. But I'm trying to think of it. I think it's called Beautiful Gallery. There is a whole suite. It's a mega suite with 2 bundles, designer series paper, an embossing folder, and some gorgeous embellishments. So I'm just going to use the bundle today, and I'm going to combine it with a sentiment from another stamp set. I'm going to make a retirement card. And so I'm going to kind of pull in a few things, sneak peeks and some that and there's some twine that's not a sneak peek. So hopefully you'll enjoy the card. I'm just trying to see. I'm hoping this is going to work. Let's try and refresh. Hey Donna, welcome. Happy Easter. Oh, there we go, Roberta. Okay, that worked. I haven't been seeing comments. If you watch me through my Facebook group, I'm not seeing comments all the time, but I refreshed and Roberta, you're there now, which is good. I do encourage everyone to watch through my YouTube channel if you at all possible. One, because it's more reliable the way I stream and go live. And 2, my Facebook is now deleting lives that are done in any group after 30 days. And so if you go looking for something you've seen on my lives in my Facebook group, you may not find it after 30 days, but YouTube videos aren't deleted. So if you follow me, you can search on Stamping with Melva, and you'll find my YouTube channel. Or you can click on the link from the Facebook feed and you will find it there as well. All right, let's switch over and get started on this card. Okay, so camera's a little out of whack. Let's try and get that into focus or into the frame. Okay, there we go. So this is the Gallery Blooms bundle. So no sentiments in this, but the other bundle that I said came in the suite that will be available in the annual catalog when it comes out in May is called Beautiful Motif, and it has some gorgeous sentiments in it. But aren't these? They're so, so pretty. The paper, the designer series paper, is absolutely stunning, very kind of vintagey feel. But again, I'm not using it all today, just using bits and pieces. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stamps, and then of course you have the stamps that will cut out all of these images, as well as some standalone dies, and then this gorgeous frame die that comes in it as well. And it cuts out, I've already gone ahead and cut out the frame. So I cut a piece, I think I cut a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I cut this frame die out. And so I'm just going to use this piece here, and I'm going to save these 2 for another card. Okay, so have you spotted that's Strawberry Slush, one of the new, actually it's a returning in color. And Secret Sea, which is another in color. So I'm going to use those today. And then I've got a piece of basic white that's going to go on the front. Nope, seems to be the wrong size. What am I going here? Let's actually score this. I got 3 pieces of basic white, and of course I chose the wrong one to bring in. Okay, so this piece of Secret Sea is cut 4 1/4 by 11. So we're going to score it at 5 1/2. And as always, fold into the mountain or the raised line and burnish it with your bone folder. Now, let's see. So that's 4 1/4. So I will say this frame is slightly bigger, so it's going to go on like that. We're going to have a little bit of a edge of white. The frame, I think, is cut that will fit the European or the metric size cardstock, but we're going to use it on this one. So I could cut this piece smaller so I just have the frame. We'll see how I feel. Or I could leave it like that and have a bit of white showing. I don't know if you guys have thoughts. We'll leave that one to the end because I don't have to do too much. But in the meantime, let's see, that one's for the inside of the card. We're going to put that. And then I've got a piece of basic white that I'm going to do some stamping on. And there is this gorgeous kind of garland flower. Looks like I think they're called, I'm going to say it wrong, anemone. That's not right. Sea anemones. That's not, you guys can tell me how to say that. Sea anemones? I'm getting it wrong. That's not sounding right to me, but they're absolutely gorgeous flowers. They're also kind of pretty in the ocean. But we're going to stamp a couple, maybe 2 or 3 of these. We'll see how many we actually use. Now, I don't have the blends yet, so as a demonstrator, we were able to do a pre-order, but we weren't able to get everything, and so I don't have any of the new in-color Stampin' Blends, but I do have the Strawberry Slush. I think I'm going to put a love of that one. Yeah, so I've got the Strawberry Slush, just the markers, and so I'm just going to color. I know you guys, it's like I don't ever color with markers, but every once in a while you want to pull out your markers and give them some love. And you can do a little bit. You can't really do shading in the same way that you can with your blends, because these are water-based, so they don't really move around all that much. But we're going to color. This is Strawberry Slush. So you only have the one, and it's only one shade of the marker, not both. I'll leave the center of my flower white for the moment. I might bring in another color here just to, so that they're not both the same. Let's see. Yeah. So those of you that are watching, who's cooking Easter dinner? And what do you cook for Easter dinner? Traditionally my family has always done ham at Easter and scallop potatoes. So that's what's on the menu in my household. My nephew and his partner are bringing some vegetables. My niece is bringing a birthday cake because we've had 3 birthdays in our family this month for those that are coming, and so we're going to celebrate birthdays. My brother's bringing ice cream and maybe something else, so I think it'll be a good dinner. But what do you guys? Hey Nancy, what does everybody cook? All right, I'm gonna switch over to the leaves because I need to think about what color I'm going to do that other flower. Since I'm not using blends, I can't shade, I can't make it lighter. So I'll bring in another color. I just have to decide what color that might be. Markers are amazing because you can just color. I'm not thinking about blending or anything like that, other than I'm thinking about what color I can put with it. But it's kind of fun just to get the markers out and use them to color. Nancy, okay, going to Brothers. Ham, roasted chicken. Ooh, tiramisu. Nancy, your cheesecakes are amazing. Jacob's bringing, oh, bread pudding. That's a favorite in my house. My grandmother always made bread pudding. Not for special occasions, just on a regular basis. I love bread pudding. All right, that's all my leaves. Let's think about this. Okay, so this is bubble bath. So we'll add some bubble bath to these flowers. Here. yeah, I think ham is pretty easy. Scallop potatoes, so I'll get up in the morning and get all of that ready, and then by the time everybody comes, it'll all be in the oven, and we can just have a nice visit. Let's do the middle of that flour in, oops, that flour in the dark flour in bubble bath, and the middle of the light flour in, oops, not that one. Oh well, this one. Okay, so pretty easy to do some quick coloring. And like I said, there is a die that will cut out those some Post-it note tape. Okay. Donna, I hope it's nice where you are in Ontario. I know you've had some, over the last little while, some kind of nasty-ish weather. Hopefully that's disappeared and you're back to, oops, piece of Post-it note tape. You can use washi tape or a Post-it note just to hold that die in place so it doesn't slip around. Here we go. So it's advance polls for voting in here in Canada. If you're watching me from Canada, hopefully you've gotten out and, well, you've still got time, but if you're going to do your advance polls, I think it's yesterday, today, and tomorrow, maybe Monday too. All right, we're going to do that this afternoon. Oops. Okay. Save that piece of white because I think I need it for a sentiment. All right, so let's get started. Like I said, didn't get any who voted yesterday. Yeah, that's a good plan. All right, so who has an opinion about whether I should trim this basic white to just be the inside, and then it would be kind of like that without the white showing? Any thoughts? Or the other option is to have the white on either side. I kind of like the white. I'm not getting any feedback, guys, so I'm going to go with the white. So we're going to just glue this on. There are some markings. I'm going to do that all the time. There are some embossed markings on these frames, so if you want those to show, make sure you get the right side facing outwards. So one of the cool things about this die is the fact that it cuts 3 pieces, and so you can save those other pieces for another card, or 2 other cards, I shouldn't say, another card. Okay, so we'll have it, yay, white. Okay, good. Well, Nancy, good. All right, so then we're going to do, we're just going to create a bit of a frame like that, maybe. So this is going to be a retirement card for a gardener. So I'm using, this is the Sunrise Sailing stamp set. So if you've been watching me, you would have seen me use this one, but there's a happy retirement stamp in it that's really pretty. I love the font. So that's what we're going to use. And so I'm going to stamp that sentiment in Secret Sea. So I'm just going to kind of put it right there. Close it up before I get ink all over me. And then we'll use dimensionals to just kind of frame the flowers around that sentiment. So And then I've got, this is the Pack Your Bags twine 3-pack. This was part of the Happy Tags, Tags to Go maybe. Was an online exclusive, and one of the colors, so we had an advanced viewing of one of the new in colors. So this was actually Strawberry Slush that came out a few years ago, and is now back, which I love Strawberry Slush. So I'm going to use this twine. So I've wrapped it around the palm, kind of my fingers, and I take and I pinch at the kind of where the seam is or where they overlap, and then pinch the middle together. And if you've got some Stamp and Seal, I like Stamp and Seal for this, because then I just kind of take and put that down on the Stamp and Seal to hold it in place. So we'll just kind of put that there. And this one will tuck under like that. If you don't like that one's end showing, you can trim that off. Put that on there. I think my glue is just about at the end. There we go. All right, and then the other sneak peek that I have, these are called, let's see, they're called Strawberry Slush and Pretty Pink Gems, and I'm not sure what suite they're part of, but they are coming out in May as well, either as an online exclusive or in the catalog. I think they're an online exclusive, so we're just going to take and use some of the ones that are Strawberry Slush. There we go. And then of course we need a piece for the inside of the card. Not that piece. That piece. And we're just going to take and stamp those same flowers. So if you don't want to stamp these flowers, you could use your blending brushes and just add a little bit of color behind them. So I'm going to stamp these in the corner, and I'm just going to grab a blending brush. So, and then I'll grab my Strawberry Slush, if I can find it. There it is. Okay. I haven't even opened this one yet. All right. So Strawberry Slush, grab a blending brush, just pick up some of the Strawberry Slush, tap off. I'm going to tap off a fair amount, and then just kind of gently color over this in the. So if you just wanted a really subtle looking card, and you could do more than that if you wanted to, you can do something like that instead of coloring all of the flowers like I did. Ooh, definitely close to the end. Ooh. There we go. Whew. Thought I wasn't going to have enough there. All right, that's just going to go into over on my table so I remember to replace it. Okay, so I think what I want to do is to use some Wink of Stella just to add a little bit of glimmer to my flowers. So just coloring over. If you don't have enough Wink of Stella in your tip, make sure you grab a scrap. I've got an old envelope here, and press where it says press. It says press right there, and do that on a scrap so that you don't get too much and it doesn't go all over your card, which you wouldn't want to ruin your card. There we go. And I don't know that you can actually see that glimmer, but it's got a bit of a oh, there you go. You can kind of see the shimmer. All right, there is my retirement card using the sentiment from the Sunrise Sailing stamp set and the flowers and dies from the Gallery Blooms bundle. So this Sunrise Sailing is an online exclusive coming out in May, and the Gallery Blooms will be in the upcoming catalog. All right. Well, that's a really pretty card. I haven't done too much so far with the Strawberry Slush, so I'm actually loving it. And Strawberry Slush and Bubble Bath go really nicely together. Can't wait to make more with them. Couple of things. Let's see, I will be live tomorrow, even though it's Easter, so come join me if you haven't got much going on, or if you're in the middle of cooking dinner and you got a bit of a break. It will be at 12 noon Pacific. A couple of reminders. I do have a stamp camp coming up, and if you order right away, it's a fun fold stamp camp. If you get your order in for the Lovely Garden Suite, I will have one extra kit. So if you're interested in that, you need to get your order in right away. The stamp camp is the 3rd of May, but it is online, so you can do it at your leisure. You can always make the make and takes when you want to, and you can watch the lives after the fact. And so you don't have to get that order in, but I only have one extra kit. So if you're interested, reach out to me as soon as possible. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great day, and if I don't see you tomorrow, happy